my beautiful plant people, how are we today? For those of you that have never met me before, I am Sam, and for those of you that have been on the channel and watching videos regularly, you're probably wondering, where are we? And today we are in Jacob and my brand new home. So for those of you that don't know, we bought our new home I think about 4 or 5 months ago, and we finally moved in. And by the title of this video, you can probably guess that our new house has a bit of a backyard and a bit of a structure, and it is where I plan to do the new greenhouse. So for today's video, I am doing a let's plan the greenhouse. Welcome to my home. I hope that we can do a couple of videos here every so often. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I thought I would start off with a bit of a story time. So it's going to be very short because I know that you guys are probably dying to see the space and what I have planned. So the story goes that Jacob and I were living in a unit together. We sold that. We stayed at his mum's place for a couple of months, and in the meantime, we were looking for houses. We went to auction for this house, and I really and truly didn't think that we were going to get it. So I ended up at PCM, so I was at the store, and I was serving a beautiful customer, and I had one AirPod in my ear. So while I was working, and Jacob was actually at the auction putting in bids, and his voice was the last call. And so I was at PCM not thinking that we were gonna get this house, but we got it. When the house is looking nicer, and I've even got some ideas of like shelving, putting rare plants inside and making it look beautiful, but I think that's gonna take some time. In the meantime, I'm just gonna show you guys the backyard. So let us see the space. Actually, it is a little bit cold, so I'm gonna go get a fluffy jumper. How is it that it is so close to December and we're still having days under 20? Riddle me that. All right, you're coming with me. Okay, let us go to the backyard. Come with me, my friends. Okay, my friends, we are outside in the backyard. And it has been raining, so you can see. Anyway, let me give you a tour of my backyard. So that is our laundry, and that's where you come out of the house. We have this part, which is a bit dangerous. We should definitely put some like fencing or something in here, particularly for my nephew. But yes, so my friends, this is it. So this is the structure that at first when we were looking at the house, we were like, let's just demolish this. But over some inspection, Jacob was thinking that if we keep the structure and put polycarbonate and do a couple of things, that we could actually make this into the greenhouse. So let me show you. All right, so we are in. And for some of you, actually, when I take a tour with a lot of my friends and family, every time that I show them this, they're like, wow, you should keep it. It's a pizza oven. But I don't think Jacob and I will ever use this. And on top of that, I don't think it's a pizza oven. I think it's actually a, what are they called? Like for kebabs and like for a spit, that's what I was looking for. So I really and truly don't think Jacob and I will be using this, but taking this part is, all of it and demolishing it is going to be a big headache. So what Jacob suggested was we are going to manually take out all this top bit and get rid of that, hopefully cover that chimney part out, and then keep this as a bench, whether that's for plants, whether that's for, I really don't know what for exactly, but yes, that is the plan for that. Jacob and I have done some demolishing with bricks before. It is not fun, it is very hard. But yes, so there is that side, and on this side, we have a water source. We've just got some outdoor furniture, which will of course move. A water tank, which is fabulous, that came with the house. And what you can see there is actually my bedroom. So I will show you guys later, but when I wake up in the morning, I definitely will get to see all of my plants just from my room, which I think is something super special. I would actually really love for somehow there to be like stairs, just so that when I wake up and if I wanted to come to the greenhouse, I could just like come straight in. But anyway, that's a dream. So I'll show you, I've already mentioned that there's already a water source in here, which I think is fabulous. I'd probably put like a potting up station outside. So yeah, I guess this would just be like a display of all my like big plants, my mama plants, etc., etc. And then if I take you to this side, so going along the greenhouse, as I showed you, we have the water tank. And here, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I think me and Jacob want to put like a veggie patch, but I guess there's like a couple of veggie patch possibilities. But I would really love to put maybe like a shed that I could do like a little potting up station, put all the supplies in there and whatnot. So that could be cool. We have this beautiful, huge lemon tree. We are very lucky. But then also on the other side, we also have a calamansi tree or a kumquat tree. My Filipino roots would be proud. Yeah. And then we've got a little bit more space. And then on either side of the backyard, we've got a little bit of this section. And lucky for me, Jacob literally just did all of the weeding. So it's actually not looking too bad. Jacob and I have had the house for a couple of months now, but we only moved in recently because we were away in Japan. And even though we really wanted to move in before we left for Japan, things just didn't go according to plan, as always. So we ended up moving in, I think this is our second week now. Is that right? Second or third week in the house. And we definitely, even though it was on my priority list, I think that in terms of like planning and making sure that I do it the way that I want it done, and of course it is more of an investment. So I don't mind actually taking my time with this. So as always, I will be taking you guys on the journey. I'm very lucky in that there is so much water access as well as power points. So I'll show you guys just around. Hopefully you can see. Anyway, so just over there, and we've got lots of power just throughout all of this structure. And then on top of that, we've got all these like, so what I want to do is also paint it. I don't know what color I'd paint the actual structure. And I don't even think that this door moves. It sort of does. Anyway, there is a lot of work to be done. So, in terms of the water system, of course, we have this amazing sink, which I will definitely be utilizing. I think that I want to link up a hose to the water tank that is outside of the greenhouse or to-be greenhouse. I definitely need it to have like a seating area. So I don't think that we would keep all of this like furniture in here. It'd probably go outside of the greenhouse, but I do want something that is like a chair or several chairs and a little table where if I ever have friends over, that my planty friends, or even just my friends in general or family, is that can be a space where we can have a cup of tea, where we can eat, where we can catch up. It's definitely going to be warm and humid as well. I think that the biggest challenge for this will be that it's going to be pretty costly in terms of getting all the material, all the hard labor. I'm going to definitely have to ask Jacob for his help once more. And then also, so the greenhouse actually doesn't have great insulation. There's going to be definite challenges where the structure has lots and lots of holes. So whether that is like the base, so I'll show you like the bottom there, that there's just going to be heaps of air escaping from pretty much every little thing. So that is definitely going to be a challenge to be able to really conceal for humidity and the heat as well. And this is significantly bigger than the greenhouse that I've got at home. And I know that on YouTube, the greenhouse might seem bigger than what it is, and I'm pretty little, so it's not very a good comparison tool to be able to gauge how big the greenhouse is. But I'm pretty sure the greenhouse is like 3 by 2.5, I'm pretty sure. This is almost double, I think. And I know as soon as this starts to look beautiful, and everything is starting to move along, I know that I'm going to want to fill it up really fast. So there's a part of me that's like, of course, if I could start tomorrow, I would. But also, I think that for sustainability-wise, for energy sustainability-wise, even for myself, is that to do it slowly. So I guess the first thing I think I would do is I would get rid of all the shade cloth, start thinking about how we can conceal the greenhouse with the polycarbonate. And of course, what things come into my mind when I think about what I need to purchase for the greenhouse, it would be humidifiers, shade cloths, possibly a heater. Yeah, I think it would be a heater. I think that's what's going to be a big challenge as well. Some misters, some hoses and connectors. I would really love, and I know a couple of my friends have lots of automated systems in their greenhouse, which I think if I speak to Jacob as well as all of them, I would love to pick all of the information and see what would work for this space and for me as well. And yeah, slowly but surely start to bring all of the plants from my mum and dad's to here, because I definitely miss them and I feel a little bit disconnected from them because I don't see them very often. I think once this greenhouse is built, I will fall in love with plants again. And so I am very, very excited. I would love to hear you guys, like if you have any pointers or if you have any ideas for this space. What I'll also do is I'll give you a little bit of my house, so come with me. I should really do some measurements to see how big this space is actually. All right, so we're back inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my room. So I'm not going to show you guys too much of the room because it is just a little bit messy. So as you can see here, we can see the neighbors. Hi neighbors. But I can see straight through to the greenhouse. I think it's going to be super special to wake up every morning and be able to see all of my plant babies. All right, we're back. So my beautiful friends, thank you so much for coming along on this tour to see the greenhouse and what I plan to do with it. Jacob and I have a couple of plans to do with the house. So it's not just the greenhouse. I mean, this house is a very old house. We have done quite a few renovations before we got to move in, and I still think that there's still things that are inside the house that we would like to achieve before embarking on this greenhouse journey. But with a little bit of hard work as well, is that I'm hoping to start the process in 6 to 12 months, but of course I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself. So Jacob and I will have a chat about it. He is always really great. He will be my consultant for it. I will be the more aesthetic person and making all of the aesthetic decisions, but I'm sure that we will both have a lot of fun trying to create a space and create something that we both really love, even though he's probably not going to be in that space a lot. But yes, I am very, very excited. And of course, I would love your input. If you guys have any ideas or things that just come to you in sparks of little nuggets, please leave them down below because I would love to know. I will keep you guys updated on the journey. And again, hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my home. I hope you felt at home here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.